Today I'm going to show you how to create a debt snowball calculator. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate how long it's going to pay off each of these outstanding balances that this person has. So he has a credit card that he owes $15,000 on. The second credit card he owes $7,000 on, and the third amount of money he owes is $16,000 on a car loan. And so in the functions, there's an NPER, which is a number of periods in calculation. And so what you do is you press your FX key, and I don't need to search for it because I've already used it, right? But it's NPER, and so I'm going to select that and say OK. And this handy dandy little function works great. And so let's figure out first of all, the interest is here, but that's the interest for the year. So let's divide it by 12 and we'll get the interest for each month. They're paying, on the next line, we want the payment. Now, they're paying $500, but it's negative $500 because we're taking it away from our balance. So I'm going to go negative, and then I'm going to select my 500. Okay, and the present value is how much we owe. And so that would be here, and then we click on the $15,000, and then we press OK, and there we have that it's going to take you 40 months to pay this off at this rate. Okay, so let's do this again for the second one. So I'm going to get my NPER up, and I'm going to say OK, same thing. The rate is this divided by 12 for 12 months of the year. The payment is negative because we're taking it away from our balance. So it's negative this value. And our present value is the $7,000. And we say, okay, fine. And there it's going to take you 28 months. And for the last one, for his car payment, let's figure this out. And so we go NPER. Okay, and his rate is 3%, divided by 12. His payment is negative, and it's negative $450. And his present value is the $16,000. And so we say, okay. And there it has, you calculated at 37.3 months to pay this off. So let's calculate on a month-to-month basis what his debt load is. So he's going to pay $500 a month for a long time on this one. So I'm going to drag $500 down for the month. Now, the balance would be, it would be equals to the $15,000 minus the $500 payment that he made. And so there's your first month. But he has to pay interest on these. So the interest is going to be the balance that he owes times, and now we're going to take the interest rate divided by 12, and the interest rate is always going to be the same, so I'm going to F4 that one to make an absolute reference, and I'm going to press enter. And so next month what he's going to have to pay is he's going to have to pay this plus this and then minus that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go equals, and we're going to go his balance from last month plus his interest minus his payment. And we can drag these all down now and keep dragging down for a while because it's going to take him a while to pay this off. And so I keep dragging, just let me catch up with this. And let me keep dragging down. June 2023 is when this car is going to be paid, or this credit card is going to be paid off. So we'll just delete the rest of these. So now let's do the same thing for his credit card, his second credit card. And so he's paying $300 off a month. And so the balance is going to be equal to the $7,000 minus the $300. Now let's calculate the interest on this one, and it equals the balance times the interest rate divided by 12. The interest rate, which is F4 because it's going to be constant, divided by 12. And so now the next month he's going to pay. So let's make this one dollars as well. And so let's go to the home tab, and I hit the dollar, and we're going to be round. So now what we're going to do is we're going to drag this down because we know he's going to be paying it for a lot of months. And what we're going to do is we're going to calculate what his next month's balance is going to be. So it's going to be equal to the balance from last month plus the interest minus the payment. And now we can drag these all down. And once again, he's finished paying for this on July 2022. So I'm just going to delete the rest of this. Okay, so the last one we're going to do is his car payment. So it's $450, and he's going to be doing it for 37 months, so we can afford to drag this down quite a bit. Okay, and so the balance is once again equal to the $16,000 minus the $450. So to calculate the interest, we're going to go equals, and we're going to get the balance, and then we're going to multiply it times the 3%, which we're going to absolutely reference, and then we're going to divide it by 12. And so then his next month is going to be equal to, his balance is going to be equal to this balance from last month plus the interest minus the payment. Okay, so now why don't we make this one more time? Let's make this a dollar sign so that we have the right decimal places in the right places. Okay, now, so why don't I drag this down here, and then we're going to drag both of these down for a long time till the car's paid off. Okay. Drag the 450 down to where it belongs. Okay, and the car is paid off here because the values are in brackets. So if we look at the bottom of these totals here, our second credit card is paid off much sooner than our car is paid off. And so because of the interest rate, I would take the $300 from one credit card that you don't have to pay anymore, and I would add it to the other. And so that after this month, this would be $800 a month he was paying. And if you drag down the 800, then he is done paying for this on 2023. so now let's delete the rest of this. And then he could take the 800 from here and put it onto his car payment. And so that would be $1,250. And basically his car payment would be done. And so so he would be out of debt by January 2023. Now, what we can do also here is we can calculate the running balance. So what we can do is we can go equals, and we can go the outstanding balance from here plus the outstanding balance from here plus the outstanding balance from here. And put dollar signs on that. And so then you can see at any particular point in time what his debt load is. So that is how you calculate a debt snowball calculator. Please subscribe.